Hey, what's up, guys? We're in here doing the morning stream. We talked about doing it last night, and here we are. So this is the office, you can see, and I've got all these UFC bets lined up for you, and you can see this magic black box over here. I'm going to go through them one at a time, and if you're interested in getting more details or some more information about what we did there, just go into our Discord. It's listed in the body of the video and all the information's in there. So you can read about specifics on styles, matchups, why we chose this one or that one. It's all going to be on there. Let me just get this out of here. And here we go. So the first one we've got on here, we'll start at the bottom. Start at the bottom. So this is the first one. And Demopolis over 2.5. So basically, this is a prop bet, and also all these prop bets that are on there, none of them are going to be available yet. So you actually have all the time in the world right now. You got to wait until like a day before, usually before they'll come out. And I'm just going to pop in and see the number of people who join these lives at 10 a.m. is a lot different than 8 o'clock at night. It looks like. So let me just hop in here. There we go. We got a couple people in here. I just want to see who's in, say hello. All right. Okay, so that is that. So the first one is Demopolis, 2.5. That bet is basically just saying the fight's going to go over 2.5 rounds. And you usually, if you're betting rounds, like it's going to go decision or less than 4 rounds or whatever, it's going to be minus money. But this is probably a pretty safe one. It's saying like likely it's going to be a decision, but 2.5 gives you a little bit better odds on it. This will be the next one. These are all these picks are generated by the AI, and we just basically feed it like kind of carefully put together queries, and then it comes up with them. So this one's going to be Victor Henry and goes to decision. This is going to be another one of these where it's going to be probably like minus 150, something like that. The odds aren't out yet. You can't bet it yet, but it will be on like Friday, Thursday, sometime in there. And we'll keep going here, and then you'll see some of them are going to be straight bets too. This is Luma Luke Boonmi by decision. And here's the first one that I like, Reese McKee by KO. Now this is going to seem like a shocker. Reese McKee is the guy that Khamzat Chimaev totally destroyed on like 1 day notice in Abu Dhabi, and then he got kicked out of the UFC like shortly after that, and then disappeared for a while. Well, he's back, and he's fighting another guy who stylistically and experience-wise, the AI basically says Reese McKee should destroy this guy. So we've got him in here. He's at plus money right now, so we're betting him straight. And then on Friday, I'll also bet him by either KO, TKO, and depending on what the odds are, sometimes you can do a double take or like a double chance, where you could bet him by KO, TKO, or by decision, and it's still big plus money. So this is an underdog that we like to win by finish, so we want to bet that. Straight bet today is 140 plus 140, so you bet 100, you'll win 140 plus your 100 back. If you bet him by KO, it's going to be plus like 400. So it gets more interesting when you do those props. And you can see in here last week we did this exact same thing. I did not straight bets included, just the props. On the props, we hit 7 to 12. As you know, the odds of hitting a prop is much harder than just a win-loss, 50-50, basically. 7 to 12 on these props, we made 22% of our money. So we're going to keep doing it, but we're going to do the straight bets in here as well. And let's see. Barbosa, she's like a newcomer to the UFC, and stylistically, the robot tells me go with the sub. Davy Grant. So Davy Grant basically is a small underdog here. So we want to bet him as an underdog. And also we've got him at over 2.5. So this is saying that this is going to go to decision, most likely. The over 2.5, it means it doesn't matter who wins, just goes over 2.5. And the 2.5 gives you a little bit more, value on the bet versus just doing decision. Ode Osborne, this is a great one. This is up to like 205 now this morning. Ode Osborne by KO. So a lot of people, I think, kind of fell off on Ode because he had some losses mixed in there and they forgot about him. But I was just watching him on TikTok, and guy looks okay to me. but he's again fighting a guy who's inexperienced and new in the UFC, and the odds are that he's going to get him. If Ode wins a fight, it's not going to be like a point striking decision against somebody who has less experience and less technical striking than he does. He's going to finish him. So this is another big dog that we've got in Ode. He's up to 205 now. I may bet him again. If he goes any higher, I'm going to bet it again. But I'm going to bet him by KO and also maybe by finish, but by KO, and then definitely just straight. At 180, you're betting 100 to win 180 plus your 100 back. It's Dan B is in the house. Hey, Loeb, I'm from the UK, but I think Emmett by KO is a bargain. Well, we'll get there, my man. We will get there. I'm just doing the grand reveal. We've been doing it for a couple weeks, and I said I would do it to this morning. Everybody's sleeping. Last night, everyone was live, ripping cards, having a good time. Now they're, we want to see the bets, and then nobody comes on. This is a new guy here, too, Ramius. We've got him over 2.5. We'd like him to win as an underdog, but also we'd like it to go to decision. And the nice thing about the AI bets is that, like, some of these guys I've never heard of. I've never seen them. They're from, like, a regional scene. They're making their debut. That's a tough one to pick unless you're going to watch a lot of tape and then just give it, like, the eye test. By using the AI, we're able to do a little more math and tighten it up a little bit. This is another guy who's pretty big favorite, I think, Finney. But we've got him as goes to decision. So this is, again, we're not going to pick either one because it's I think, two guys making their debut. And we're saying it's probably going to go to decision. We don't know who's going to win, so we just go to decision. So this would be probably like minus 200, maybe a little less, but we'll put that in there and another bet. Brad Tavares is a surprise play. I don't think a lot of people thought we were going to do this, but Brad Tavares in this matchup, basically, he just has to defend against takedowns, which he should be able to do. And then he should win on the feet striking. So if that's the case, then you take Brad Tavares. I think a lot of people are going to go the other way on this one, but this is what we got, and I kind of like it. By decision, so like the best money you can get on this is Tavares by decision. Canadian Nchekwu by KO. This was kind of a surprise for me too. I wasn't really expecting this. But the reduction in the level of competition that we're seeing with Kennedy Nchekwu fighting against Martin Booty, I mean, it's like prelim fights where this guy used to be on the main card. So I think KO's the prediction, and I think it makes sense. I think in the reduction in competition, there's going to be a lot of exposed time. He has to stuff some of the takedowns from Booty, and that's about it. Pat Sabatini by sub. This is my other big plus money play. So Pat Sabatini is a dog in this fight, which is crazy because he's a great, like huge wrestling pedigree. He was at 170, and I think it went up a little bit this morning too, maybe 180. I bet on him straight. I bet all these guys straight already, and I may bet again. Ode's going up. I'm going to do it again. Sabatini, I might again. Pat Sabatini was like a main card fighter, so I've got him in here. If he gets to the mat, I think it's going to be sub. And then the last one, which I think a lot of you aren't going to like, is Lerone Murphy by decision. So we were thinking about it, and Josh Emmett definitely has power, right? And this is what the AI tells me. It's not me specifically, but I read through it and kind of think about it a little bit. I think that this is for sure very probable. Because Josh Emmett's a hard guy to put away, and he has explosive KO power that carries with him later into rounds. Historically, also, he hasn't. I don't know the last time he went 5 rounds and blew somebody away in the 5th. I think he's getting older. He's still durable, but I think he's going to take a beating and get picked apart. And I think he's going to have a hard time putting away Lerone Murphy with one punch. If he's going to do it, I'm saying it's round 1 or 2. But I think Lerone Murphy is too good, and I think he can wrestle defensively as well as just to control a little bit and burn out some energy out of him. I think there's a good chance. So these are our plays. We'll be back in a week to update with how we do. Last week, you can see we had 7 to 12 props, and we almost hit 2 more. One of them was plus 800. So a positive week, and I think it's going to increase. And if you want to see the full detailed analysis, just join our Discord. The Discord's in the body of the video. You can go on there, and you'll see there's pages and pages printed out on there in the AI betting section for every single fight. So you can get a little more information and do whatever you think. Loeb, nice seeing you, man. Murphy just needs more finishes. That's probably right, but that's why we got him by decision. So, hey, for the rest of you who said you were going to be here this morning, I'll be looking next week. Have a good week, everybody.